y'all, here we go. Honestly, the last time I thought everything worked out really well. So we went in, we got our workout in, we utilized the iPhone, all that kind of great stuff, and they didn't seem to give us a hard time. Audio should be better because it's not raining on us today, so should have a little bit better audio. So what is today? Today is our chest and back day, and yes, I have switched to chest and back instead of legs and back. Just something new that I'm trying out, and I like it a lot. So, or no, I went. I'm sorry. We've always done chest back. I switched from legs shoulders to arm shoulders. That's what it was, and you know, I really like arm shoulders. I'm really digging that. But today is just our traditional chest and back day, and we're gonna go and we're gonna get it popping. As far as everything goes, you know, it's gonna be the same thing like we did last time. We're looking at going to Planet Fitness. We're gonna try to see if we can get our workouts in without them, you know, telling us we can't record. Hopefully we don't have any issues there, and we're gonna get it done. Well hydrated today, feeling really good. We got our morning cardio in this morning. We went from 9 incline, bumped it up to 10. So started at 8, and we went to 9. Now we're at 10. So we're gonna bust that out this week, and we're gonna go up 1 incline a week until we're back up to 15, where we left off at before. It was really easy to do 15 for 30 minutes, and you know, when I came back, 8 for 30 minutes was hard. It is not so much anymore. So 10 for 30 minutes ain't too bad. We're able to do it, but soon we'll be up to 15 for 30 minutes, and then you know, we'll wait until our heart rate drops below 125, and then we're gonna go ahead and flip the switch on that and make it 40, 50, 60, 15 at 60 minutes. We should be pretty gosh darn lean by then. Maybe we're working on an extra 1 or 2% body fat trying to get off of there. And so at that point, you know, maybe we'll throw some evening cardio sessions in just to push it over the hump. But there's a reason I'm doing it like this. It's not just because. So when you start working out, you start your cut. If you're like me, you're like where I was, or around 20% body fat, you know, not extremely obese or anything, a little bit overweight, a little bit heavier than you want to be. And I went up to 20% on purpose. That's where I wanted to end my cut. That's where I ended it. I never did get really above that. I think I went up to 23 at one point, but I never really got above that 20% threshold. So anyway, you get there, you're getting back into it, right? Well, you go in with a calorie deficit. And, you know, I'd be a proponent of saying, like, no cardio at all week 1, you know, if you wanted to. But you go in with a calorie deficit, light cardio or no cardio at all week 1, and you just make sure that deficit's working. You drop your water weight, you drop your glycogen, all the things that drops off whenever you do these workouts, and you know, you're on a cut, and you see your, you know, 2-3 pounds of body weight drop off, whatever it is that first week, you know, like your deficit is working, and it's where it needs to be. So now, how can you increase that deficit without decreasing your food? Because you really want to keep your food as high as possible so that you can make the most gains as possible. So you need calories, you need carbohydrates, you need protein to make gains. And if you're all natural, you know, you're going to need fats so that you're supporting your testosterone and things like that. So anyway, how do you do that? Well, it's simple. You add cardio, right? So you add 30 minutes of cardio every morning. Start off at about between 5 to 8% incline, nothing crazy, and you're only wanting to go 3 speed. You never really need to bump it above 3 speed. 3.5, 4 speed, but definitely don't want to get up above 4 speed to do this the way we're trying to do it. With maintain as much central nervous system, not having as much central nervous system fatigue as we can maintain, and be able to have the best lifts that we can absolutely have every single gym session. That's what the name of the game is about here. So the next week you can bump that up. You know, if you started off at 5% incline, you start off at 3 speed, you do that for a week. The next week you bump it up to 6% incline, then the next 7% incline. You keep doing that until you have your incline maxed out. Once your incline's maxed out, you start bumping your time up. Once you get your incline and your time maxed out, like 15 degrees, and you have your time maxed out at 60 minutes, now it's time to go ahead and start bumping speed up at that point. But what this does is this widens your caloric expenditure with you being able to stay in the same calorie deficit. And that's really the name of the game. We want to make our caloric expenditures as much as possible while maintaining a normal amount of food. So right now I'm at 2,200 calories per day, and that has me cutting about 1 to 2% body fat, but I'm also gaining a lot of muscle. So while I have cut I think it's 4 pounds of body fat, I've added 3 pounds of muscle at the same time. So my weight is kind of staying baseline, and this is what I expected, because I knew when I came back I was gonna have a lot of muscle memory. I was gonna be building back all of the stuff that I've had. It doesn't take long for your muscles to rebound. 6 weeks, and they'll be fully rebounded. Honestly, it's about a week per month that you lay off, right? So about 6 weeks, I'll be fully rebounded. I'll be good to go. And we are, 3 weeks in right now, 15 days in right now. So we just got to keep going. Anyway, we're going to go in here. We're going to get chest back, and I'll see you on the car ride home. set. I was not going for a 1 rep max. I misread my left card, but they hit 220 pretty easy. So. All right, y'all, so it's the next day. I'm making my post-workout video. A little bit rusty at making these videos, I guess. I didn't make the post-workout video going home last night, but a couple of reasons why. First thing is Planet Fitness was absolutely freaking ridiculous yesterday. I mean, it was just packed. There was a couple of times the one time I waited on a machine. I wanted the chest fly machine. I wanted the pack deck. So I sat there and I waited on the pack deck. And, you know, that kid took freaking forever. And then the other pack deck wasn't working and this, that, and other. I probably could have just did dumbbell flies and been fine. But I really wanted that stretch from the pack deck. So I waited on that. I thought that was important. There's a lot of other stuff that was taken, especially during back. But like I've been working a machine, pull down, doing my wide grip pull downs on a machine. And I did cables, which I was able to pretty much do the same weight that I had been doing. So it really wasn't a big difference there. Other than that, everything stayed the same. It was just the order. I had to mix it up because of how busy the gym was last night. It was really, really busy. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here. I wanted to make a closing video because I always do that. I like to make a pre-video and then a post video. As far as the pump goes, I mean, it was a decent pump last night. It was a decent workout. Felt good. Yeah, I got all the stimulus that I needed to get, where I needed to get. I would say that you'll see this, you saw this in the video, I did miscalculate, put 220 on the, I guess it's the easiest thing called, it's a hammer strength chest press. It's just, I don't know if it is a hammer strength, but it's definitely a hammer strength style chest press. So I accidentally put 220 on that, and I hit it for a rep and realized, oh, that's way too much weight. And I think I might even went down and hit it for another rep, and then changed up my weight. But basically, I misread. It was supposed to be 120. I had 220 on, and yeah. So, you know, I'm not trying to do 1 rep maxes and things like that. That's just not where I'm at. I'm all about growth, all about time under tension, all about going to muscular failure. And so when it comes to 1 rep max and stuff, that's something I just don't give a shit about. I am not trying to injure myself, you know, to see how strong I am. I'm not a teenager. I'm not trying to lift like a teenager, right? I'm not in my 20s. And I'm not trying to lift like I'm in my 20s. And I think that's really important that, you know, anybody could take out of this. It's like, look, if you're following along with me, you're following along this channel, you know, you're following a dude that's almost 50 years old, right? Can I go in there and sling the weights around like I did when I was 20 years old? Absolutely not. It's just, it's not possible. I mean, I used to jump right in, no warm up, nothing. Now, my joints would be killing me if I did that. So, you know, I need a proper warm up. I need to ease into it. And honestly, it's not really smart to do that when you're in your 20s, when you're in your teens. Like, that's not the right way to lift. I would not recommend doing that. I would say, you know, warm up, get your body ready, get your muscles ready, let them know what's coming, let them know the stimulus that's coming, and then provide that stimulus to them. Don't try to, you know, ram it all through quickly as possible, just to ram it through. Just don't try to go in and get your heaviest lift in without any warm up, nothing, no preparation for your body, no preparation for your mind, really. I mean, that's a big deal that people don't think about. It's like getting yourself in that mindset that you're ready to go to failure. And what does that look like? I mean, it looks different for everybody, but for me, it really looks like I like to titrate my warm-up sets up to my working weight. Once I titrate up to my working weight, my muscles are feeling good, I'm feeling good. Now I'm gonna take about 3 minutes and I'm gonna focus on the lift that I'm fixing to do. I'm gonna focus on the body part that I want it to work. I'm gonna focus on what I want that body part to look like. And then I'm going to pick up my weight and then I'm gonna hit it, right? So, you know, that helps a lot with mind muscle connection, just really being deliberate and present with your lifts. So, you know, you're doing a bicep curl, you're really, you know, you're squeezing that muscle, you're extending it, you're really filling the entire rep from the concentric to the eccentric, just focusing on how does it feel in your body, right? And focusing on what muscle is this working, what muscle am I using to push this weight. And once you do that enough, it starts to become a lot more natural, and you just kind of know, you know, what you're pushing. But at the beginning, you know, it can be a little bit tricky, especially for certain movements like bench press. I bench press forever, I felt it in my shoulders before I started feeling across my chest. And this is my chest is my weakest part. Like, that's what I'm trying to build right now, is get my chest built up. It is my weakest part of my whole body. So, you know, and that's my focus, is chest, getting that V taper, you know, focusing on those things. But yeah, I guess all I'm trying to say is just make sure that whatever you're doing, you know, you're focusing on it, you're doing it with intentionality, and you're not just doing it. You're not just going in there and lifting the lift. And that's gonna help you a ton. That's gonna put you in a spot where a lot of other folks aren't. But today is my off day, fixing to go hit my cardio. I have been doing fasted, steady state cardio every morning, 30 minutes. So I do suggest that, you know, everybody does that. I think that not only does the fasted, steady state cardio, not only does it get you in good physical condition just in general, it also gets you in a condition to where when you're lifting, you're not running out of gas because you're lifting heavy weights. You know, you're actually able to get all your reps because you're running into muscle failure, not because your lungs are running out of breath. So I think cardio is way overlooked in the lifting community, and I think some people take it way too far. I don't think you need 2 hours of cardio. I think that's just too much. I don't think you need, you know, no cardio. I think that's too extreme also. So where does it lie for me? I feel like that 30-minute to 60-minute mark is the stimulus that works best for my body. So you got to really, like I said before, you got to find what works best for you. You can't do what I'm doing and expect it to be perfect, but you can take what I'm doing and modify it for you so that it works for you and you see the results you're looking for. Because, like, you know, and that's the other thing that people really don't think about, is like, what results are you trying to get? You know, are you trying to get bodybuilding results? Like, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for bodybuilding results. I'm looking to build muscle, get big fast, and you know, hypertrophy, right? That's what I'm looking for. But, like, are you just looking to be in shape, right? Are you looking to cut down to 4% body fat so you got that Brad Pitt look from Fight Club? Like, it really depends on what you're looking for, and then that's going to really dictate, like, what your workout style is. Because, like, high reps, I feel like are really great. Low weight, high reps, I feel like are really great for that, you know, And people are gonna say, oh, you don't get tone, this, that, and other. But yeah, I mean, when you lose fat and you get cut, you look fucking toned, right? I mean, everybody knows what you're talking about when you say that. So if you're looking for totally that lean down, muscular look, which I would call tone, then high reps, low weight is the better way to go there. Would I take those to failure? Yeah, absolutely. I would still take it to failure doing that. But I would say that you're going to get a better overall look as far as not being super muscular with the high reps, low weight. And then you start going higher weight, lower reps, and then you're looking at, building muscle to get it as big as possible. And whenever I say that, I want you to stay anywhere between 8 and 12 reps. Once you get above 12, I can consider that high reps. Anything below 8, I think you can use a little bit more stimulus for hypertrophy. Now, if you're looking to just get as strong and jacked as possible, you only need 5 to 8 reps max. That's it. Just the heaviest shit you can lift, and then that's going to give you the strongman look, right? The Eddie look, the just monster beast mode look. So it just really depends on what you're looking for, and that's what I would say is the easiest way to categorize it is low reps, very heavy weight, like super low reps, very heavy weight. That's going to be your power lifters. Your lower reps, heavy weight, that's going to be your bodybuilders. Your high reps, low weight, that's going to be your, actor physiques or whatever you want to call it. That's going to be your beach bod, right? That's what you're looking for there. So anyway, I just wanted to jump on here and close things out from yesterday, let folks know how it goes, and talk a little bit about some of the lifts that occurred, and just spew my random knowledge out here. So I will talk to everybody later. Tomorrow we'll be lifting again, and I'll see y'all then.